think there's a fine line between fun sim stuff and, listen, I don't even pee that much in real life. I mean, there's a reason we play video games, right? For most of us, it's not to just digitally do the same things we do in real life, it's to do cool stuff, to have fun. This game kind of forgets that sometimes. See, the Urbz is a weird game. I mean, it tries to be the hip alternative to The Sims, which would imply that The Sims is like the uptight, middle-aged suburban guy. This one, though, this is the cool one. But you know, it's like when old people catch on to trendy things and they become less cool. That's the Urbz. It's about as hip as your grandma's Facebook account. So I guess the core difference between The Sims and the Urbz is that this one's much more high school, which is to say, it's not like you're in a house with adults. You're this kid on the streets. You're basically part of a clique. So you start by creating your herb from a pretty limited selection of herb options, and from there the game asks you questions to determine what clique you belong to. Said I was an artsy. Whatevs. The game starts you off in this office building where you work as a poop washer. I'm serious, you clean up this apocalyptic deluge of bird poop. I'm a hand model in The Sims. I'm mopping up shit in the Urbz. Don't worry, it gets better. You get fired. You end up living in the building illegally, eating food from vending machines, and showering in the gym. Real nice. I'm a freaking reprobate! So they catch you, they throw you in jail, the policeman lets you out because you answered his questions correctly. That is, if you answered them correctly. But don't worry about that either, they never change. So if you get one wrong, you can just restart from the beginning, because that's lots of fun. In fact, that's basically the Urbz in general. All the character interaction is just these options, like talk about nature or talk about hobbies. And the character will either like or dislike this option. So to befriend people, all you have to do is just bring up the same topics over and over and over. There's absolutely no variation whatsoever. Fortunately, when you're not bored by these incredibly limited conversations, you can play minigames. That's how you earn money in the Urbz. And for the most part, those minigames are the highlight of the game. They're at least more fun than just picking the same topic over and over. And once you unlock them, you can play them anytime. You can probably tell I'm not a big fan of this game though. And that's for one main reason. It's way too heavy-handed with the upkeep stuff. It's just constantly like, you can't do that until you shower. Can't talk to her till you sit down. The Urbz comes across like your freaking mom. This is supposed to be the hip game. And obviously the upkeep and the interactions are the point of a Sims game. Thing is, the interactions are boring here, and the upkeep's too heavy-handed. You seriously can't play a minute without the Urbz interrupting you to eat, or pee, or watch television. And how's watching TV a need? Don't do that. Watch YouTube. Don't play this game either.